Hey there, this is Steve Lockwood, and we're going to talk about recruiting. So if you're in charge of recruiting at a private school, then this is the video for you. I'm going to set up just kind of the really basic, easy to follow, basic first steps that you should be doing if you're doing a marketing plan. So I'm calling this, Let's Recruit a Marketing Plan for Busy People. So if that's you, listen up. This is going to be easy and nothing's going to cost any money. Okay, so here is our basic marketing plan. Number one, we need you to be found. So when people are looking for a private school, they need to know that yours is one of the private schools that are near them, which basically comes down to showing up on Google Maps and showing up on review sites. Number two, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. So when they're on your website and they're looking at the videos and reading all the stuff that you offer, they need to be like, this is a good school, I think I should meet them. They're a cool person or a cool group of people. And the third thing they need to do is they need to book a tour or like a shadow day. They need to get on campus, right? Because if that doesn't happen, they're probably not going to actually sign up, right? So we're gonna make it really, really easy for a parent to go ahead and get on campus. The next thing is we want to be found online, which I mentioned before means being found on Google Maps and it means being found on the review websites. So let's look first at the Google Maps. So if someone were to type in a search like Catholic schools near me, they would expect to see a list of Catholic schools that are near them, right? Maybe 20–30% of the time, I see people list their school as a church. That diminishes a school's ability to come up in search results. Typically, this occurs if the school started as a ministry of the church and then expanded. So if that's you, this is the easiest way for you to do it. You can just go ahead on Google, type in your name of your school, and then put a space, and then put the city and the state. You'll be able to find something like this. This is called the knowledge panel, but I'm kind of referring it to as just your Google profile. But technically, it's the knowledge panel. Okay, so it's going to say, do you see here, actually it says underneath directions, it says daycare center near Albany, New York. That's what it's indexing. That's the primary category. If you're a K-8 or K-12 school, you want the primary category to be something like school or private school or religious school or Catholic school. Pick something that you think is relevant to the search. Okay, if you see this thing that says own this business, that means you don't own the business. Not according to Google, that is. That means all of the content that's written on that knowledge panel was produced by the robots from Google. But if you click that button, then you can go ahead and change the stuff that's on your profile. So you could add in, for example, this one is missing the business hours, it's missing a website, it's just got like a very generic photo. Like you can go ahead and modify all that stuff. So this is how it works. When you click that button, some of you may have trouble when you try to claim the business. If that happens, just try using a different Gmail account that's associated to your school. Then what's going to happen is it's going to call the front desk at your school. And a robot's going to call from Google, and it's going to give you a PIN number. And then you write down the PIN number, and then you put in the code here, and you hit verify. Now, if you're like doing this from your personal account, and you're like, wait, I can't have like the school's official Google account associated to my personal Gmail account. Don't worry about it. Once you're in, you can change the owner. You can change ownership of that, and you can invite other users. Just make sure you get in first. Okay, now once you're in, you can customize all this good stuff. So this is actually a real school. This is St. Matthew Lutheran, and this school just blew it out of the water. In like 24 hours, they went from generic to amazing on Google. So here's what you can change. Number one, you can change the photo. Number two, you can change the category or categories that you're listed yourself in. So they're listed as a school in Westland, Michigan. Three, you can change like your phone number, address, the hours of operation, things like that. Four, if you get reviews, you can go ahead and link the reviews up. So the reviews will come from either Google or Facebook or Great Schools, etc., and they'll show up there. And five, you can put in a little blurb about like what school is this. So in case you have writer's block, here's a couple different descriptions that I found online of schools. You cannot copy these, but you can be inspired from them. You could model your description after them. I think they've done a good job. You'll see the one in the top left and bottom left. they have a Wikipedia listing, and that's something you can do too. They just created a Wikipedia page and they wrote about their school, and their Google profile figured it out and it synced them both together. Okay, here's some bonus tricks. So now that you've gotten this far, what if we could get you to be seen online more than you are now? Once you claim your profile, it takes you to this site called it's called Google My Business. Now, remember I said there's like a category like school or private school or Catholic school? Well, there's one primary category, but you can have an unlimited number of secondary categories. So you can put in your secondary category like kindergarten, preschool, religious school, elementary school, primary school. So that way, when someone types in the internet, kindergarten near me, preschool near me, religious school near me, your listing is relevant to their search, and therefore Google would show it to them, right? And that way you get found. Okay, here's other cool things. If you go to Insights, you could actually see the number of people who searched like things that you want them to search, like Lutheran school near me, private school near me, and those people who actually searched that and then got to your profile and then went to your website. So that's totally awesome. In another later video, I'm going to show you that you can actually look at search criteria that help them get to your website and how you can actually put that into titles within your own website that would increase your SEO. SEO means search engine optimization, so that means you can get found easier. That's another video. For now, it's just the easy stuff. Okay, so here's the second option. Let's say they didn't go to Google Maps. Let's say they just stayed in Google search and typed in private school near me. It's certainly possible that your school will be listed at the top of a Google search, but what's more likely to be the case is that the review sites will be listed first. So sites such as Private School Review, greatschools.com, probably not Facebook, like Niche, right? So you want to be on those ones. Here's kind of how they look if you haven't seen them already. What's most important is it's just that you're on all of them. Okay, so here's a list of some review sites that I think you should definitely be on. Now, on the review sites, you can also get reviews, right? 5 or more reviews, then you get like a little badge of honor on your, you'll see that on certain schools that it'll list like the reviews they got from various places, but it tends to not show up until they have 5+ reviews. So if you were looking for a strategy, what I would recommend is instead of asking your parents just to write a review on any of the sites, pick one, try to get, and ask everyone to write a review on that one. So at least that one has 5+ reviews, and then you're in, right? Okay, so this is me. If I can help you out, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. And take care.